maybe I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap, only got one shit, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby I'm bad, baby I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Photo rocks on the side, I'm about me attack. Baby I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad.
What's good, you guys? It's your girl Cece, aka Cecilia Robinson, aka Cece Reacts, and I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in with me today. Before we get started, I need for you guys to like, subscribe, and share the video. Also, please hit that bell so you know when I'm coming on. Listen, I'm gonna ask you guys, I really need y'all to share the videos. YouTube be on so much BS with me, hiding the content. People don't know I post it. Share the videos, you know what I'm saying? Be a friend. Let people know, what's going on. Also, I want to say this. I heard you guys' request. I listened, and I've developed something brand new for you guys. The How Did I Become a Criminal series is now available to CHAV members only. You guys have been rocking with me. Y'all have followed me through my whole prison journey. Now hear the story on how all of that came to life. How did I take those steps in order for me to go to prison? Yes, it's available now on the CHAV. This is the first of several series that's coming to the CHAV. Listen, it's some fire content, and you guys will not be disappointed. So anybody who hasn't joined the CHAV, listen, if you want more stories from me, the CHAV is where you need to be at. And if you want to hear how I end up going to prison, check out How I Became a Criminal. Sign up. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And once again, thank each and every one of you. Now I want y'all to sit back, relax, and enjoy this fire content, this fire episode, and y'all be smooth. Have a dope day. Y'all listen. Like I said, I waited until they bought the lady out of Subway, and that's when I discovered it was Jill. Now the whole time, I know a lot of people saying, well, how was it Jill? How was it Jill? How was it Jill? You have to think back. If you go back and listen to the video, I clearly say that, Jill went upstairs while they went to drop me. Now, when they went to drop me, she came back down, she left out, and she went to Subway. Why did she go to Subway? Because she worked there. You know what I'm saying? She went to work, and when she got to work, she decided she wanted to get high. You know what I'm saying? So what she did was she locked the door, and she got high on them people's clock. Now, I don't know who sold her that stuff or whatever, but they had to sell her a bad batch because she OD'd up in that store. Just so happened, she OD'd up in that restaurant. Just so happened, I came. You know what I'm saying? That was the only thing that saved her. It is what it is. So listen, like I told y'all, I stayed there until as long as I possibly could. So I hurry up, you know what I'm saying? Once I seen who it was, I hurry up and I tried to run back to the center. Now check this out. When I get to the center, I got 1 minute. 1 minute. It's 2 doors. You know what I'm saying? The first door is locked and the second door is locked. But it's a window on a porch. So the staff members can see you when you walking up. You know what I'm saying? So when I get up there, when I say I got 1 minute, I really got 1 minute. So I'm ringing the doorbell, doorbell loud as ever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking and I see Miss Lowe. She just sitting there. I tap on the window. You know what I'm saying? I start tapping on the window. Ma'am, you see me right here. Why are you still sitting right there? She look up, she sees me, she still don't budge. You know what I'm saying? I knock on that door for a whole minute. A whole minute. Then she finally opens the door. You know what I'm saying? She finally opened the door. So when I get in the center room, she take her time opening up the next door. You know what I'm saying? I'm blue. I'm absolutely blue. So by the time she opened up that next door, I walk in and I know I got there on time. I had a minute to spare. You see me. You look me in my face. So I know I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I already know the procedure. When you come in, kick your shoes and your socks off. You know what I'm saying? Because they need to check your shoes, the soles. They need to check the inside of your socks, the bottom of your feet. That's the first thing they do. So I'm kicking off my shoes and everything. You know what I'm saying? I kick off my shoes. I pull off my socks. Look at my toes. I'm like thinking to myself, oh, I need to go get a pedicure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to go get my nails and stuff done. Have it go. I'm looking up at Miss Lowe to see if she finna come out here and, give me my breathalyzer test and all this other stuff, the proper procedures they go through. Instead, she's standing there with a clipboard in her hand and she's writing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at her like, okay, like, what is she writing? I'm talking about she writing good. She writing so good, the pen was stuck to her fingers. She writing. You know what I'm saying? And you see her, she mouthing stuff. She not verbally saying words, but you can see her lips moving as she's writing. You know what I'm saying? It take her like 3 minutes to finish writing on this clipboard. So when she through writing, she look up at me. Robinson, I need you to sign this. What is that? This is a write-up. Why am I signing a write-up? Because you were late. I'm like, you looked me directly in my face when I had a minute left and you wouldn't open the door. Listen, on time is when you're inside of here. You were late. You know what I'm saying? I said I was late because of you. She said, no, you were late because of you. Listen, I'm irritated. She say, so with that being said, I need you to sign this. I tell her I'm not signing anything. You know what I'm saying? She tell me, well, that's on you. She said, well, if you don't sign, I can put down refusal to sign. I said, well, you do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So she wrote down refusal to sign. When she wrote down refusal to sign, she asked me, did I want to initial with her as I was a witness? I said, I don't want to put my name on none of that paperwork. You know what I'm saying? I started to tell that lady, man, kiss my ass, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I was tight. But at that moment, I decided this. Ma'am, if you finna be a thorn on my side, I'm about to be one of yours. You know what I'm saying? Just like I got somebody hired to answer to, such as my counselor and my parole officer, you have a boss. You know what I'm saying? You work for the state. So with that being said, tomorrow I will be writing the blood of Jesus out you. It just is what it is. You explain to them people why you doing the things you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Have it go. She put the little clipboard down, then she bring the little machine over there so she can give me the breathalyzer test. So she tell me to blow. I blow. Whew. You know what I'm saying? She tell me you didn't blow long enough. Well, how long am I supposed to blow, lady? You know what I'm saying? She tell me to blow again. I blow. Whew. You didn't blow long enough. We didn't get it. How long am I supposed to blow until I tell you to stop? You could have said that the first 2 times. You know what I'm saying? So I put my mouth on the thing again. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Breathalyzer come back. You know what I'm saying? Negative. I don't have any alcohol on me. And I got to be honest with you. I'm irritated. Like I'm irritated. I'm out of breath. I'm tired. I'm tired of this lady picking with me. I just got wrote up unnecessarily. She gonna put that on my counselor desk, and that's going to my parole. You know what I'm saying? I just got out. Like, I don't need any problems. You know what I'm saying? Coming from somebody that's jealous. She was jealous. You didn't look better than me. You know what I'm saying? You won my height, and you didn't smell that good, and your booty probably fake. Listen, it was just, and that wig. Let's not talk about that Austin Powers wig she had on. You know what I'm saying? Have it go. She tell me to step through the metal detector. I step through the metal detector. It beeps. Beep. You know what I'm saying? I already know why it's beeping. She know why it's beeping. We done been through this. You know what I'm saying? She tell me to go around and step through it again. And I'm thinking to myself, like, she's doing anything to mess with me. You know what I'm saying? I go around, step through it again, it beep. She asked me, what are you trying to bring in here? Because there's something on you that's beeping. I was like, you act like you didn't know I have a bullet in my face. I said, we went through this on day 1. She tell me, I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? She tell me to stand right there. She go grab the wine. So when she go get the wine, she come back. She start from my feet. I'm talking about she go all up in between my legs, everywhere, all over me. Nothing. Then she gets on my face and beep, 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 beep. Now I remember. Like, you doing anything to try to inconvenience me. You know what I'm saying? Like people like her don't need jobs. Not the type of job that she had. She makes it bad for a lot of other good people. It just is what it is. She's the reason why inmates don't respect authority. You know what I'm saying? Because people, like, she probably was weak out in the world. Like I'm pretty sure of it. She probably got bullied in school, some stuff like that, and she want to come here and take it out on us. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? After she get through doing all that, she tell me I can go. I go back around. I grab my shoes and my socks. I put my socks on, put my shoes on. I go upstairs. I take my time walking up the stairs because I done ran back to the unit. You know, I want to really, really catch my breath. Now, here's the thing. When I get upstairs to my room, it's something wrong. You know what I'm saying? First thing I noticed, my room door is closed. Now, the facility, the halfway house we're in, no doors are supposed to be closed before it's bedtime. You know what I'm saying? You cannot have no closed doors. There's no privacy there. You're still an inmate. You know what I'm saying? So my door is closed. I don't know what's going on. So I turn the knob and I'm trying to get in. You know what I'm saying? I'm boom, boom, boom. Can't get in. You know what I'm saying? So I screamed back down there because I wasn't going downstairs. Miss Lowe, I can't get in my room door. My door closed. I don't know why your room door is closed, but put some elbow grease on it. You know what I'm saying? And push it. That door sticks. So I do what she tell me to do. I boom, bust through the door. Now when I bust through the door, I scare my roommate. Now here's the thing. My roommate's kind of weird. She, for one, the weirdest thing about her, she look like a real life Homer Simpson. You know what I'm saying? Like she's a dyke. She's a stud. But she got this buzz cut, but the center of it is missing. I don't know why you need hair if your center part is gone. If the roof is gone, cut it all off. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold on to it. Another thing, she was going through her shots and everything, so she's had a shadow. You know what I'm saying? Her ass was big and it was gray. She had a pot belly. She wore boxers. Her pants was never pulled all the way up. She wore this big belt. You know, one of them thick belts from Walmart. She wore that. Now her pants was sagging a little bit too low. Her booty, it was up under her booty, you know what I'm saying? And she had on this wife beater that didn't go all the way down over her stomach. So I'm looking at her and she's standing there looking like a bug-eyed fool at me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, like, hey, I speak to her, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand I bust through the door. I speak to her. She like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I try to keep it simple, and I go ahead, I go over to my bunk, I put my hands up on my bunk, and I kick off my shoes with my feet. You know what I'm saying? That's some stuff where I really don't do, but I did it right then and there. It just is what it is. I kick off my shoes with my feet. Now, when I bend down to pull my socks off, I hear some rustling and stuff behind me. And I hear some, oh, you know what I'm saying? So when I turn around, I see my cellie looking down, like up under the bed. Now, I look down up under the bed because who making that noise? You know what I'm saying? All the time, it's the big bitch from across the hall. She's stuffed under the bottom of the damn bed. You know what I'm saying? You see her feet. Now, understand this. At this point in time, I'm skinny. I cannot fit up under that bed. So how she was able to suck her stomach in and to get up under that bed is beyond me. So what happened was when I was trying to bust through the door, they was in there doing some stuff they weren't supposed to be doing, and the only place she could figure out what to hide was up under this bed. She ain't trying to think to get in the closet. She ain't trying to think to run to the bathroom. She ain't think to try to run out the other door. She got up under this bed. You know what I'm saying? So my Sally, she's trying to, at this point, she's trying to help her get from up under there. And old girl, you could tell she's smushed because she can barely talk. She, you know what I'm saying? Now, here's another thing. If you get caught in anybody else's room up in this halfway house, it's an infraction. What's the infraction? They remove you from the facility. Where they put you at, they put you back in prison. You know what I'm saying? Not only is it an infraction for the person who's in this room, the person who's in the unauthorized area, but it's an infraction for the people that's in the room because it's called harboring a fugitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got all these weird little demands, rules, and all this other stuff. Now, understand this. I think those rules are unfair, but yet those are their rules for their facility. You know what I'm saying? And I'm throwing this out here. I don't care what nobody do. I don't care what you do. But don't involve me in it. So this lady being stuffed up under this damn bed, and Homer Simpson trying to help her from under there, and me being in the room, all of us can get sent back upstate. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't going. So yes, I had something to say. Yo, what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? So my celly like, man, can you help me get me? Not my celly. My roommate's trying to tell me, you know, can you help me get her from up under here? Can you help me get her from up under here? I tell her, yeah. So we gotta lift the bed. You know what I'm saying? We gotta hold both of the legs of the bed so this big bitch can come from up under the bed. You know what I'm saying? So I get an attitude like, yo, you can go over to her room. Y'all can go to the bathroom. Please don't come up in here if I have to be here. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I don't care about nobody else's business. But listen, if you don't think about yourself, at least think about me. I ain't did nothing to none of y'all. I don't want to go back to prison because y'all trying to get some good cat. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They say their apologies and old girl gone, you know, she sneak up out the room. She gone back on over to her room. You know, my roommate, I had nothing to say to her. Because like, you know the rules. Like y'all be trying to get over on people. You know what I'm saying? Have it go. I go take me a shower. Come back out feeling nice and fresh and everything. And I get up on my bunk. I stayed there until it was count time. When count time came, I went to sleep. And I slept hard. Now, listen. I went to sleep at like 10:30. About 12 a.m., I hear a whole bunch of commotion. You know what I'm saying? The staff members coming through, turning on all the lights, telling everybody stay inside their room. I hear walkie-talkies and I hear like paramedics and all type of stuff. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Now they told us to stay in the room, but y'all didn't say we couldn't look out our doors. So I run over to the door. You know what I'm saying? All the time, my roommate is already at the door looking. You know, so you hear other people talking, you hear the staff members, you know, saying, giving out directions and everything, and you hear walkie-talkies. Once again, all the time the paramedics coming up the stairs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking, because there's a couple of rooms over there. I'm looking, trying to see where they go. All the time, the paramedics go inside the room where old girl went in. You know what I'm saying? So we standing there looking. About 10 minutes later, they bring out the stretcher with old girl on there. She done OD'd. Now, come to find out, Jill and old girl is like this. So whoever gave Jill whatever they gave Jill, or whoever she bought it from, old girl had it too. You know what I'm saying? So it had to be a bad batch of some stuff. So, okay, so they tell us, you know, facility, you know, everybody go back to bed. The facility is on lockdown until further notice. We're off the bed. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Now, all the time, my roommate, she going off. You know, I told her she had 2 more days. She couldn't wait 2 more days and all this, that, and the third. You know, it's just calling her. I mean, she going out. My whole thing is I can only listen to her as she vented about old girl. Come to find out that's her girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I don't know what goes on in the mind of an addict. You know, maybe she needed it right then and there. Maybe she didn't care about the 2 days. Who knows, you know? But what I wasn't going to do, I got to be honest with you. What I wasn't going to do was sit up all night listening to her. You know, I gave her an ear for a few minutes, but I was not going to sit up all night listening to her vent about a grown woman who made a grown woman decision. She made that decision. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. So I fall asleep. You know what I'm saying? I fall asleep. I go to sleep. And about 5:15 a.m., all the lights come on up in there. You know what I'm saying? Staff members, everybody get up, get out the bed. Don't put on nothing. Don't take off nothing. Don't grab nothing. Go downstairs in the living room. I already knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? They was bringing those SWAT dogs and stuff back. You know, they was finna search the premises for drugs. It is what it is. So we go downstairs, and I mean, it's so many people down there. You know, I'm standing there, and I got to be honest with you. My mother nature, my friend wasn't there this time, so I was ready for that dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing with my legs gap wide open. Come on over here, Rover. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I knew I was good. So, you know, when we get downstairs, you know, they give us the little spiel. You know, we had an OD on the premises last night. So we have the drug dogs here today. They will be searching you guys' property. You know, they're going to come down here, and the dogs are going to walk around you. They're not going to bite you. You know, don't touch them. We're off the bam. Okay, boom. The dogs and the people go upstairs. They took about 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They come back downstairs with a few bags. Got to be honest with you. With a few bags of things that was suspicious. And my whole thing is, if y'all supposed to be searching us thoroughly, how did all this get in here? You know what I'm saying? Because when I come through the door, y'all do the most with me. So how come y'all not doing the most with everybody else? You know what I'm saying? So, okay, I'm making a mental note of this because this is going to my report too. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna sit up there and play with my life and think you finna get off the scot free. I'm finna play with yours too. I'm making a mental note. Oh, how many bags you had? Say less. I'm writing it there. I'm writing the blood. I'm writing. You know what I'm saying? Have it go. When they come back down, they gotta write down the rooms they found it in and all this other stuff, and they gotta ask whose stuff it is. You know what I'm saying? Whoever stuff it belonged to, it was seven different bags and 7 different chicks. So each one of those chicks had to go before the dogs, before anybody. You know what I'm saying? Dogs went off on everyone. Went off on all of them. You know what I'm saying? So that means I gotta go over there and I gotta be drug tested. You know what I'm saying? Listen, boom. Dog come around. When it come around to me, I'm standing there nice and firm. And that same dude who snatched his glasses down the first time, he with the dog. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at him in his eye. Well, I'm looking at him through his glasses. I'm trying to see his eye. It look kind of cocked, but I'm looking at him. And the dog came, sniffed me, went on about his business. I felt good. Don't you ever cock your damn eyeglass down at me, sir. You know what I'm saying? Don't you ever. Have it go. All the chicks, who was tested, all those 7 chicks who was tested, all of them popped dirty. Every one of them popped dirty. They lock us down. You know what I'm saying? Tell us there will be no movement, no further movement until they give us a notice. So we got to go back up in our cells and everything. We can move throughout the building, but we cannot leave. We cannot leave the premises. So I go back up. I fall back to sleep. It is what it is. When it's time for me to wake up, I go over to my cabinet and I'm looking through my stuff so I can figure out what I'm putting on. Now, while I'm looking in my cabinet and everything, I hear somebody say, "Hey, girl." I look, you know what I'm saying? I look all the time. It's Jamie. And I felt like God was hugging me at that moment because Jamie was my friend. You know what I'm saying? Yes! I needed a friend in Pittsburgh. It is what it is. And she, girl, listen, how long you been here? I told her I said I've been here a few days. She said, come down in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make her something to eat. Listen, I said, okay, I'm going to get dressed and all this other stuff. Listen, I go take me another shower, get dressed and everything. I go downstairs in the kitchen, and me and Jamia sitting down there, and we catching up on everything, So she telling me, she said she got to go to work today. I'm like, where you work at? She was like, Subway. And I'm like, for real? She said, yeah. She said, one of these hoes OD'd up in there last night. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, you have no clue. I know, because I was there. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't want to say none of that. And none of that even mattered. Long story short, while me and Jamia is sitting in the kitchen, a few more girls come up in the kitchen. Jamia couldn't stand them. Jamia is not friendly at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she don't like you, she don't like you. She not gonna smile. She not gonna do nothing. She's not Joe, as they say. So she looking and she was like, girl, come on, I'm finna get up out of here. I don't got time to be around these addicts, So when we get ready to leave up out the kitchen, they halt all movement in the building. Stay where you are. You know what I'm saying? When they halt all the movement in the building, we could look out the door and see what's going on. All the time they bring all these officers. It's all these officers, all these handcuffs. It's paddy wagons outside, everything. They come and get all those girls. They come and get them all. And it's just so crazy listening to the keys of the handcuffs and listen to the handcuffs jiggle and everything. Like, that stuff will always be in my head. It will live rent free in my head forever. I'm seeing them bringing them downstairs shackled and everything, and how they losing their freedom. And some of these girls are the girls who talking about, I want to get my kids back. I want to get my kids back. You cannot get your kids back if you constantly getting high. It is what it is. Once they lock those chicks up, they tell us we can move. You know what I'm saying? So Jamie said, well, what you finna do? I said, well, I got some Western Unions that came through. I need to go pick up some money. I said, after that, I don't got nothing to do. She said, all right, cool. She said, where you going to? You going to the right area? I said, yeah. She said, I'll walk with you. She said, then you could come sit at work with me until it's time for you to go in. I said, for real? She said, yeah. I said, okay, cool. It's nothing like kicking it with a friend of yours. You know what I'm saying? We had so much to catch up about. We gone over to Rite Aid, and on the way back, I see the white homeless dude. I smile at him. He smile at me. He's still out there selling his pet rocks and everything. I ain't giving him no money. I'm not buying no pet rock. It just is what it is. And I go up in Subway, and me and Jamie sitting up in there, and we kicking it. Now, about 4 hours done passed, and I've been up in there kicking it and talking and, eating chips and drinking pop and everything. And I see the white dude, the white homeless guy, Keep walking past. He done walk past this store about 4 times. Finally, he get up the nerve to come in. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say he got up the nerve. Maybe he got up the money to come in. It just is what it is. So when he come up in there, he got all these bags and stuff with him, and he got his pet rocks. His pet rocks is in his arm. So he go up to the counter to order his food. Jamie get an instant attitude like, you couldn't leave them damn bags outside. He said, no, that's my property. She was like, well, I don't be stinking up the place. You know what I'm saying? So he ordered his food. He ordered a foot-long cold cut trio. You know what I'm saying? He ordered a pop. He ordered some chips. Now, I don't know how his hustle game went on the outside, but he did not have enough money for his food. You know what I'm saying? So I see Jamie like, man, you can get up out of here. You ain't got no money. You know, she talking to him like he a scrub. Me, I'm like, Jamie, hold on. I'm like, I got him. So I tell him, I go up there to the register. I tell him, I say, I got your food. You know what I'm saying? I said, but you gonna owe me. He said, well, what I owe you? I said, you owe me a dinner date. You know what I'm saying? You're going to sit down, you're going to eat with me. I said, I'm finna order me something to eat. You sit down and eat with me. Listen, it's no harm. It's really no harm. I order me a 6-inch tuna. I give me some more chips. I give me some pop. We go over to the table. He put all his bags around the table. We sit down and we eat. Now listen, me sitting there with this man, for one, he did not stink. I'm just gonna be honest with you. He did not stink, nor did his bag stink. He didn't have a stench. His face wasn't dirty. His clothes was clean as well. He just had his pet rocks and his sign and stuff. Now, as we sitting there talking, he's telling me that he's a veteran. That he's a veteran, and you know, that he's sick. He got a daughter in college. I'm telling him that I'm in a halfway house. I just got out of prison. He's telling me that he ain't never been in prison. But I mean, we having a good conversation. We laughing and we kicking like we know one another. And I got to be honest with you. It was a great non-first date. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed this man's company. You know, so we done sat there about 20 minutes laughing and kicking and ha-ha. You know, I done asked him, do he want a refill on his pop? You know, I'm kicking it. I'm having a fun conversation. Jamie's over there working. Now, listen, I'm sitting with my back towards the door. You know what I'm saying? Every time the subway door opens, you hear the cling, 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 ding, 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 which is the bell notifying you that the door has opened. Now, the door opens, ding, 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 ding. I didn't turn around because I had got used to the sound. But I hear this, man, what you think you doing? You know what I'm saying? So when I hear the, man, what you think you doing? I turn around. It sounds like police to me. You know what I'm saying? And when I turn around, now the white homeless dude, his name is Ted. You know what I'm saying? Ted is already looking. I turn around, I see DBB looking like a damn pirate standing in the door. You know what I'm saying? Looking like a homeless pirate at that. Now check this out. It's a warm day outside. Warm, no moisture in the air or nothing. This nigga got on a plastic bag wrapped around his head. You know what I'm saying? He got on a wife beater that probably was white at once upon a time in history. But it was, listen, you ever stuck something in the mud and tried to rinse the mud out and stuck it in the mud again, tried to rinse the mud out? His wife beater looked like dirty knees on jeans. You know what I'm saying? Just dirty. He had on some pants that had to be 3 sizes too big for him. He had a shoestring tied around these pants to hold them up. You know what I'm saying? That's not the killer. He had a long umbrella stuck in a shoestring, and it looked like a sword hanging down. He had on one cowboy boot. And he had a one cowboy boot on the left foot. On the right foot, he had an Aldi's bag. He had a plastic Aldi's bag tied around his foot. Now check this out. I don't know how the homeless people do in Pittsburgh, but where I come from, when I Skip Road, Chicago, wherever you want to say, homeless people got 2 things. They got 2 shoes and they got coats. They got coats for days. They're gonna walk around with a coat on all year long because that's their coat. You know what I'm saying? How is it you got one cowboy boot on? Just one cowboy boot. And he's standing in the door talking about, what you think you doing? Who are you talking to? You know what I'm saying? So when he get to yelling like that, I already know Jamie finna cuss him out. But she got customers. I turn back around. You know what I'm saying? And I get Ted attention. Like, yo, like, I don't know what's wrong with these people out here. And Ted, he really not saying nothing. You can tell he was fearful a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling, what's up? You ain't just having a good time. Don't let that bother you. You know what I'm saying? This DBB walks over there and gets in Ted's face. Why you sitting with her? So Ted say, well, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Listen, DBB tells Ted, I'm his woman. No, the hell I ain't. No, I'm not. I know you lying. I know you lying. You know what I'm saying? I know you lying. I tell dude, why don't you get away from here? You know what I'm saying? And I'm calling Jamie, even though Jamie got a line up there. Jamie, yo, tell him to get up out this store. Now, here's the thing. I cannot put him out. I don't own this establishment, nor do I work here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have no authority. But yet, you're going to get away from this table. So I get up, I tell him, get away from me. You know what I'm saying? He tell me, you going to do me like that? After all I'm done for you? After all I'm done for you? Like, man, you haven't done nothing for me but aggravate me since the day I laid eyes on you. You know what I'm saying? And you're embarrassing. He's really embarrassing. And every time this dude come around me, he's embarrassing me because it look like I'm the bum lover. You know what I'm saying? I look like a bum lover. That's what it is. That's what it looked like. You know, he's not a good bum. He's a bad bum. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Now, all the time, y'all remember that dark-skinned dude with the dreads, the fan dude I was telling y'all that pulled up on me, that was trying to take me to the aid office? Okay, he walks in the middle of this. You know what I'm saying? So, in the middle of me telling the dude to get away from me and dude screaming all he done for me and Ted sitting there looking like a deer in headlights, dude walks through the door and he looked at me. You know what I'm saying? He said, damn, you bumming, baby. I was blue. You know what I'm saying? I was so blue. I was so irritated. Have it go. You know what I'm saying? He go over there and he getting in line. And I'm telling dude, like, get away from me. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere until you give me what you owe me. Man, you, I don't owe this man nothing. Not a conversation, not an explanation, not nothing. You know what I'm saying? And he's crazy. He's crazy. I had to do what I had to do. I had to ignore him. You know what I'm saying? I really, really had to ignore him. So I tell Ted, I say, listen, don't worry about him. And I keep pushing him away. Now, all the time, Jamie is over there waiting on a fine nigga with dreads, baby. And he looks so good in that green Nike jogging outfit and them white Nikes, baby. And he smelled good. I smell his cologne. You know what I'm saying? It had been so long since I smelled the man cologne. You know, so I'm like, dang, you know, I'm keep trying to talk to Ted. I keep trying to talk to Ted. Now, when dude get his food, like, no, before he get his food, I see him talking to Jamie, and they looking over at me. He say something, he look back at Jamie. Jamie say something to him, they look back over at me. You know what I'm saying? All the time, DBB still going off. You know what I'm saying? So he get his food, and he get to walking back. Now, when he get to walking back, he stop and talk to DBB. He like, man, what's good with you, Nate? So Nate say, man, nothing. I'm just trying to get this bitch under control. You know what I'm saying? Pointing to me. So dude, look at me. You know what I'm saying? Put a smirk on his face, walk out the door, get in his car, and drive off. You know what I'm saying? So in our reality, I want to bust DBB head, whose name is Nate. I want to bust Nate head. You know what I'm saying? So I get up, I go over there to Jamie, because now I got to be honest with you. I want to know if they had anything to say about me. I seen them talking and looking at me. But first thing, Jamie, why don't you get dude up out the stove? She said, I'm going to get him out. You know what I'm saying? She said, I'm going to get him out in a few minutes. She eating her piece of cheese. You know what I'm saying? She got her piece of meat. She eating her piece of cheese, the piece of meat. I said, what was dude saying? I was like, he feeling me. So she started laughing, right? And eating her cheese. I said, what y'all was saying? I said, y'all was talking about me? She said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, what y'all say? I'm not telling you. I said, no, Jamie, tell me what y'all say. Tell me what y'all said. What y'all was talking about? She said, I'm not telling you. I said, Jamie, tell me. She said, you really want to know? I said, yeah. She said, he asked, is you retarded? Are you slow? Do you have mental health issues? I say, what? She said, yeah. She said, every time he see you, you with a crackhead or you with somebody's homeless. She was like, so, he said, so, you know, he in his head, I have to have mental illnesses. I was like, are you serious? She said, yeah. Listen, I was so blue. Now, check this out. While I'm over there having this conversation with Jamie, Nate, DBB, done took off on Ted. You know what I'm saying? He throwing his food around. He jacking them up in the collar. He tearing his bags up. He throwing his pet rocks around. All this other stuff. Jamie grabbed her broom and she come from behind the register and get the whacking them. Bow, 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 bow. All the way out the door. You know what I'm saying? All the way out the door. Listen, I feel so bad that Ted is under attack. So I help him start getting his stuff. She tell Ted, you got to get out. You know what I'm saying? I help him start cleaning up the stuff. Jamie will not give him a bag to put his stuff in. So he asked me, he said, can you help me carry this stuff down the street? Now, here's the thing. I'm nice, but sometimes I can be too damn nice. I don't want to be known as the girl that's helping you carry a bunch of garbage down the street. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's partially my fault that he was attacked. So let me get the garbage in my arms. You know what I'm saying? It didn't smell, but it's the point. I have garbage in my arms. When you're carrying stuff and somebody say, can you help me with this down the block? You expect for it to be down the block. You know what I'm saying? You don't want it to be no further. Now, when we get to the end of the first block, I'm still carrying this stuff. I look over, I see the fat nigga with dreads at the light. He look over and he see me. He shake his head and he pull off. You know what I'm saying? I'm embarrassed. Now I'm thinking I'm finna get ready and start putting his stuff down. But Ted, he like, no, not right here. He was like, can we go a little bit further down? You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, you need to designate a spot to put the garbage down? You know what I'm saying? I'm getting kind of irritated. I'm already embarrassed. Have it go. We make it down another block. It's a building. You know what I'm saying? So we get to this building and I'm thinking to myself, he finna put this stuff in front of this nice building. I was like, they're gonna call the police on him. You know what I'm saying? He go in his pocket and he walk up to the door. He hit the door with the key card. Boop! Door pops open. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? So we walk through the door. He hit the key card again. Boop! You know what I'm saying? Let us through. Now, when I get up in this building, I get a chance to look around. It's nice. Nice as hell up in there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking, and I'm like, yo. So we go to the elevator, go up to the ninth floor. You know what I'm saying? Get off on the ninth floor, walk down the hallway. He go up to a door, open the door up. When I say it's one of the coldest condos I done seen. My dude, you live here? He tell me, yeah, but you sell pet rocks. He said, I do that for extra money. How much do selling pet rocks pay? Now let me give me some damn rocks around here and put some faces on it. You know? But he tell me, he say he can't work. He got a daughter that's in college. He say he sell the pet rocks for money because it's better than just panhandling. Like, you know, can I get a couple of dollars? Can I get a couple of dollars? He say he get a disability check. That's how he can afford all this. But here's the thing. Never judge a book by its cover. Listen, y'all be smooth.